Did the Buffalo Bills just pull off the perfect move by acquiring a dream pass rusher to replace Joey Bosa? Or is this trade far riskier than fans realize? While some believe Buffalo desperately needed another elite defender to keep their Super Bowl hopes alive, others argue replacing a player like Bosa is nearly impossible, no matter who arrives.
But here's the twist. This new addition could completely transform the Bills' defensive identity, strengthen their pass rush instantly, and change the balance of power in the AFC. Stay tuned as we break down the trade details and what this means for Buffalo's championship chances.
The Buffalo Bills are entering one of those moments where you can almost feel the identity of this football team changing right in front of us. And honestly, the craziest part is that it didn't happen through one giant blockbuster trade or some massive headline signing that took over the entire NFL news cycle. No, it happened quietly, almost subtly. But if you've followed this team closely over the last few years, then you already know Buffalo doesn't make moves like this by accident anymore.
Because over the last couple of days, the Bills made two completely different types of decisions that together tell us exactly how this organization views itself heading into the new season. One move was clearly about the future. The other move screamed urgency. And when you connect both stories together, it starts becoming obvious that Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott believe this team is still in the middle of a Super Bowl window that they cannot afford to waste.
And honestly, after everything that happened last season, you can understand why the pressure inside this organization probably feels heavier than ever.
The Bills are tired of being close.
Tired of hearing how talented they are?
Tired of hearing how Josh Allen is one of the best quarterbacks in football while still watching somebody else represent the AFC in the Super Bowl every year?
And I really think these recent moves reflect that frustration in a very real way.
Because first, Buffalo officially signed most of their 2026 draft class. And when you look closely at the players they targeted, one thing becomes impossible to ignore. This front office is obsessed with rebuilding the physical identity of this defense. The biggest name here is obviously T.J. Parker out of Clemson. And honestly, Bills fans should be excited about this kid because his production in college was absolutely ridiculous. Over 3 seasons at Clemson, he became one of the most disruptive defenders in the entire country. We're talking 41.5 tackles for loss, 21.5 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, 5 pass breakups, and 144 total tackles in only 39 career games.
But what really jumps off the page is what he did during his final season.
11 sacks,
19.5 tackles for loss.
64 tackles. That's dominant production.
That's not a player who disappears for weeks at a time. That's a defender constantly living in the backfield and creating chaos. And honestly, if we're being real here, that's exactly what Buffalo's defense has been missing in the biggest playoff moments.
We've seen this defense play well during the regular season before. We've seen Buffalo stack wins. We've seen them dominate weaker offensive lines. But when the postseason arrives and the elite quarterbacks show up, suddenly the pass rush hasn't always been able to completely take over games the way championship defenses usually do.
And I honestly think the Bills looked at T.J. Parker and saw somebody who could eventually become that type of difference maker.
He's only 21 years old, but the traits are obvious. Long arms, explosive first step, violent hands, relentless motor. The type of edge defender offensive tackles hate dealing with for 4 quarters. And giving him number 99 honestly feels intentional too. In Buffalo, that's one of those defensive numbers that immediately gets attention.
But T.J. Parker isn't the only rookie that says a lot about where this team is going. Davidson Igbinosun might quietly end up becoming one of the most important players from this entire class.
And the reason is simple. Buffalo desperately needed more size, physicality, and consistency in the secondary.
Over the last few seasons, injuries and depth issues have constantly hurt this defense at cornerback. And Igbinosun feels like a player built specifically to fix some of those problems. The guy started 53 games during his college career and played in 56 overall. That kind of experience matters immediately when you're joining a contender.
And his production backs it up, too. 194 tackles, 4 interceptions, 27 pass breakups, 3 fumble recoveries, 31 total passes defended. But honestly, what stands out most is durability, availability, reliability. Buffalo clearly wanted players they can trust every single week, especially after last season when injuries completely wrecked parts of the defense late in the year. At 6'2", nearly 200 pounds, Igbinosun brings the exact type of physical corner Buffalo has been missing. He plays aggressive, he challenges receivers, he isn't afraid of contact, and Bills fans are probably going to fall in love with the edge he brings to the field. Then you look at Jalen Kilgore, and once again you see the exact same theme continuing. Leadership, production, physicality. The guy was a captain at South Carolina and filled up the stat sheet during his college career with 178 tackles, 8 interceptions, and 21 passes defended. And honestly, Buffalo's safety room needed fresh energy badly. There were moments last season where the defense just looked slower than it used to, less explosive, less reactive. And Kilgore feels like one of those players who could surprise people much earlier than expected because his instincts and toughness already look NFL ready. Then there's Zane Durant from Penn State, another high-motor defensive lineman who spent years disrupting plays behind the line of scrimmage. 10 career sacks, 22 tackles for loss, multiple all-conference honors. Another captain, another tone setter. And the deeper you go into this draft class, the more obvious the pattern becomes. Toriano Pride Jr. brings elite speed to the secondary after running one of the fastest 40-yard dash times among defensive players in the entire draft class. Tommy Dolman Jr. gives Buffalo another weapon in the field position battle, which absolutely matters once playoff football starts. And Armaj Reed Adams might quietly become one of the sneakiest important picks in the entire class because protecting Josh Allen is still one of the biggest priorities this franchise has. The guy played 56 college games, earned All-American honors, and brings massive size with versatility to play multiple positions along the offensive line. But honestly, when you step back and look at all these rookies together, the message becomes crystal clear. Buffalo wanted toughness. Buffalo wanted leadership. Buffalo wanted experienced starters. Buffalo wanted competitors. And maybe most importantly, Buffalo wanted hungry young players who can contribute immediately while still growing into the future core of this football team. Because this roster is expensive now. Josh Allen is in his prime. The pressure to finally win a Super Bowl is getting heavier every single season. And the Bills know they cannot afford to completely rebuild around him. That's why the second move they made becomes so fascinating. Because right after investing heavily in youth, Buffalo suddenly pivoted and signed veteran pass rusher Mike Dana to a 1-year deal. And honestly, the second that news dropped, it felt like one of the most classic Sean McDermott moves imaginable. Not flashy, not glamorous, just practical football. And if we're being honest, Buffalo needed this. Because behind Greg Rousseau, there's still a lot of questions on the edge right now. Bradley Chubb is trying to prove he can still consistently impact games. Michael Hocht is recovering from injury concerns. TJ Parker is talented but still inexperienced. So Buffalo looked at the room and basically decided they needed another proven veteran body they could trust immediately. That's Mike Dana. And Bills fans know exactly who he is already, because unfortunately, he spent years helping Kansas City win championships, including against Buffalo.
The guy has played 87 NFL games, started nearly 50 of them, and recorded over 21 sacks during his career, while playing an important role in one of the NFL's best defensive systems. His best season came in 2023, when he posted 6.5 sacks, 50 tackles, and helped Kansas City win another Super Bowl.
That experience matters.
Especially for a Bills team that keeps getting close but still hasn't broken through the wall standing in front of them.
And honestly, there's something symbolic about Buffalo taking a player away from Kansas City.
Because it almost feels like the Bills are studying exactly what has kept the Chiefs on top all these years. Depth, toughness, versatility, defensive line rotation, reliable veterans who understand playoff football. Mike Dana fits all of that perfectly. And maybe the most interesting part of his story is that he wasn't even viewed as a superstar prospect coming into the league. He transferred from Central Michigan to Michigan, lost important pre-draft opportunities during the pandemic, got overlooked, then slowly carved out a role in Kansas City through pure effort and consistency. That mentality fits Buffalo perfectly. This is a team that still believes its championship window is open right now, but also understands it needs to get tougher physically and mentally if it's ever going to finally finish the job. Because let's be honest, the AFC isn't getting easier. Patrick Mahomes is still the standard. Joe Burrow is dangerous when healthy.
Lamar Jackson continues to evolve.
C.J. Stroud is rising fast. And every single year, the pressure around Josh Allen grows larger. That's why these moves feel bigger than people realize. The Bills aren't rebuilding. This isn't a franchise preparing for 3 years down the road. This looks like a team trying to reload while keeping the championship window alive at the exact same time. Young players like T.J. Parker, Davidson Igbinosun, Jalen Kilgore, Zane Durant, Toriano Pride Jr., Tommy Dolman Jr., and Armaj Reed Adams represent the future. Mike Dana represents stability right now. Experience right now. Insurance right now. And honestly, I think Buffalo understands something important after the heartbreak of recent seasons. Talent alone isn't enough anymore. They need depth. They need physicality. They need waves of defenders who can survive the brutal AFC playoff battles once January arrives. Now, whether all these moves actually work is a completely different conversation. Rookies still have to prove themselves. Mike Dana still has to show he can make an impact outside Kansas City's system. And the Bills still have major questions across parts of this roster. But one thing I genuinely respect about this front office is that they're attacking their weaknesses directly instead of pretending they don't exist. They know the pass rush needed help. They know the secondary needed size and toughness. They know injuries exposed the defense badly last season.